Using our SAW CSS Recio VSS tactical worksheet, let's work through our next scenario. For this scenario, you've been dispatched to 4119 Main Street for a fire in a large commercial building. You've got heavy smoke on the Delta side. It's Sunday at noon with mild weather and no wind. The response for this alarm would be as follows: 5 engines, 3 truck companies, 2 battalion chiefs, and a fire medic unit. As you arrive, you perform the following quick mental size-up. Facts: large, 1-story tilt-up commercial building with heavy smoke on the Delta side. Probabilities are that it's vacant. However, we also are likely to have heavy fire inside the building. Our own situation is that we're the first arriving engine on a commercial assignment. Our decision is an offensive strategy. Our plan of operation is to initiate fire attack and get a second alarm coming as soon as possible. That being said, here would be a good arrival report. Engine 1 is on scene, large, 1-story tilt-up. We have heavy smoke from the Delta side. Engine 1 is initiating fire attack. Second in, give us water supply, calling a second alarm. Let's take a lap. This is the balance of the A side. Notice that we have distinctly different occupancies. That means that forcible entry could be challenging between occupancies. This is a concrete tilt-up style structure. It's open and large. There's most likely not a common attic space throughout this structure. As we continue our walk around, we see an Alpha Bravo corner. Notice again, no vehicles, no trucks. This is most likely completely vacant. On the Charlie side, we see loading docks and secure doors. Again, no vehicles. Let's take a closer look at this Charlie side. Notice that we have some scuppers that are about 3 to 4 feet down. In addition, we have secure doors throughout the building, as well as roll-up doors. The walls are comprised of most likely 16-foot concrete sectional slabs. These slabs are connected at pilasters that are secure now, but if the roof burns away, they can become very, very unsecure. We need to continue to monitor the roof and the walls. A closer look at the Division D side shows multiple roll-up doors. In addition, multiple occupancies. Once again, a common attic space is not likely. Here we can see the pilasters a little more closely, most likely again to be 16 feet apart from each other. As Engine 1 and Engine 2 initiate fire attack and supply, the battalion chief arrives and sets up his command post here off the Alpha Delta corner. He names it Main Street Command with an offensive strategy. The roof is most likely comprised of a panelized roofing system, meaning that we have laminated beams, purlins, and rafters. What's holding these walls up is the roof. If the roof becomes compromised, we can expect potential collapse of the walls. This could be catastrophic. It's critical that our apparatus stage away from the collapse zone, at least 1.5 to 2 times the height of the building. If not part of your normal standard operating procedure, you should definitely have your supply engines pumped back to the attack engines, even if you use LDH. You may need to go defensive on this, and those engines at the hydrants could be feeding aerial master streams. Plan ahead. Engine 3 arrives and is assigned also to the Division D. Engine 2 will be the Division D supervisor. He has Engine 1 and Engine 3 working for him. They're deploying at least one 2.5-inch line with an additional 2-out 2.5-inch line. Truck 1 arrives and is assigned to the roof with the tactical objective of giving a roof report to command and initiating vertical ventilation. Truck 2 arrives and is assigned to Division D, where they will assist with truck work in the Division D occupancy. Because the roof is large and may require strip cuts, Truck 3 is assigned to the roof division working for Truck 2. Stepping back from the command post view, we see that the fire grows in intensity. Notice now that we have smoke issuing not only from the roof air conditioning system, but from an adjacent occupancy and from the seams between the walls. This should be a major red flag to you. This much smoke issuing from this large of a building means there's heavy fire inside. Also notice the smoke coming from the adjacent roll-up door to the left of the main door on the D side. Because the fire has grown in intensity, command may want to even call a third alarm and stage them for now. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Again, stay ahead of the power curve. We're going to want to be aggressive about Rick. Our RIC group will be comprised of Engine 5 and Truck 4. In addition, we should consider entering the building from the A side. This would become Division A, comprised initially of Engine 4 and subsequent companies. Don't forget your medical group. Again, this is vacant, but we could end up with firefighters down if we're not careful. Set up a medical group early. Right now, Command has a 5-to-1 span of control. Division D, Division A, Roof Division, RIC, and Medical. As the fire grows in intensity, we need to reconsider our risk management plan. Remember, life is first. Right now, the most likely life hazard is our own people. We may need to fall back to a combination strategy. This means that we would write off the currently involved portion of the fire and defend the uninvolved portion of the building. Don't forget the use of master streams or ground monitors. This could help as well. Aggressive vertical ventilation is going to be key to helping you open up this building. RIC should be aggressively softening the structure, cutting up when roll-up doors, and securing utilities. Also, you may need to set up a systems group that connects to the FDC for you from a different water supply. Heavy water and aggressive truck work is what's going to put this fire out. As the fire grows in intensity, we should definitely fall back to a combination strategy. In addition, the roof division should be falling back and cutting trench cuts to protect the uninvolved area. As the fire extends, don't forget to consider a Division B or Division C. Keep the big picture in mind. This is a very, very large building. Although we have a large amount of fire now, it's mainly confined to the Alpha Delta corner. We have a lot of building to save. We can fall back and save the rest of the structure. Fortunately, we've extinguished the fire. Aggressive vertical ventilation, large caliber lines properly placed, and augmenting the system is what put this fire out. Now we need to make sure it doesn't come back. Aggressive salvage and overhaul are a must. Don't forget, large tilt-up style commercial buildings with panelized roofs are a killer. We could easily have the walls come down on us during salvage and overhaul operations. Support functions should include an investigator, safety officer, utility companies, and potential board up. Obviously, an air unit is a must.